In the heart of the Americas, at the narrowest point of the land bridge that unites two continents, lies a nation defined by water. It is a country born of a unique geographical destiny, an isthmus of vibrant, teeming life flanked by two great oceans. This is a land of profound contrasts, where dense tropical rainforests, holding the secrets of ancient biodiversity, stand beside modern cities of steel and glass that reach for the sky. Its identity has been forged by a singular, monumental feat of engineering, a channel carved through its center that forever altered the currents of global commerce. This is Panama. From above, it is a slender bridge, a vital artery for the world's maritime trade. The light here possesses a tropical intensity, a humid haze that softens the edges of the day and deepens the impossible greens of the jungle against the brilliant blues of the Pacific and the Caribbean. But to look closer, beyond the celebrated canal and the bustling capital, is to discover a nation woven from a rich and complex tapestry of cultures. It is a society that thrives at the crossroads, a place where the deep roots of indigenous traditions, the enduring legacy of Spanish colonial history, and the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean and Africa have blended to create a unique and resilient soul. This is not a story of a passage, but of a home. It is a story of the deep connections to the land, the unbreakable bonds of family, and the vibrant, everyday rhythm of life in a country that connects the world. The daily rhythm of Panamanian life begins with the sun, and its pace is set by its location. In the sprawling capital, Panama City, the morning arrives with a surge of kinetic energy. The air hums with the sounds of a metropolis awakening. The smooth glide of the metro, the familiar chorus of car horns, and the lively chatter of vendors setting up their stalls for the day. Life here is fast-paced, driven by the global schedules of finance, logistics, and commerce. Yet, even amidst the urban rush, the day is anchored in small, dependable rituals. The first stop for many is the local bakery, the panaderia, for a strong, sweet coffee and a fresh pastry. It is more than just a morning habit. It is a moment of community, a brief, shared pause before the workday begins in earnest. Away from the capital, in the small towns and rural villages, the morning unfolds to a gentler, more organic rhythm. In mountain towns like Boquete, the day starts not with traffic, but with the scent of damp earth and world-renowned coffee blossoms, the cool mountain air, a refreshing embrace. Here, life revolves around the agricultural clock, the needs of the land and the timing of the harvest dictating the flow of the hours. Along the coasts, in communities like those in Bocas del Toro, the day begins with the tide. Fishermen push their small boats, or cayucos, out into the calm morning waters, their return later in the day marking a pivotal moment in the village's economic and social routine. Regardless of the setting, the undeniable core of Panamanian society is the family. It is the sun around which daily life orbits. Homes are often multi-generational, with grandparents, parents, and children living under one roof or on the same street, creating a powerful and resilient support system. The neighborhood or barrio functions as a seamless extension of this family unit. Doors are often left open, a sign of trust and welcome, and neighbors are not strangers but active participants in one another's lives. Children play freely in the streets and plazas, their safety ensured by the watchful eyes of the entire community. There is an unspoken understanding of mutual support, a collective spirit known as convivencia that forms the bedrock of the social fabric. A morning trip to the local market, the mercado, is as much a social event as it is a shopping trip, a place to catch up on local news, share stories, and reaffirm the personal connections that bind the community together. To understand Panama is to understand its rich cultural fusion. For centuries, this narrow strip of land has been a crossroads for people and cultures, and this layered history is etched into the very soul of the nation. The identity of Panama is a vibrant blend of indigenous, African, Spanish, and Caribbean influences, creating a culture that is uniquely and proudly its own. This heritage is not a relic of the past, preserved under glass. It is a living, breathing force that animates daily life. The Spanish colonial legacy is visible in the architecture of historic districts like Casco Viejo in Panama City, where charming plazas and ornate churches speak of a bygone era. It is heard in the language, a distinct dialect of Spanish, peppered with local idioms and a characteristic melodic cadence. Yet, deeper roots run through the culture. The influence of Panama's 7 distinct indigenous groups, such as the Guna, who govern the autonomous San Blas Islands with a deep respect for nature, and the Embera of the Darien region, is profound. Their intricate crafts, like the colorful textile art of the Molas, are not mere souvenirs. They are powerful visual narratives, symbols of cultural identity and enduring resilience. The rhythms of Africa echo powerfully in the nation's music and dance, a legacy of the enslaved Africans brought to the Isthmus and the West Indian laborers, who were instrumental in building the canal. This is most powerfully felt in the music of the Caribbean coast, in the hypnotic beat of the drums and the soulful call and response of Congo traditions. Music is the lifeblood of social gatherings. The infectious beats of salsa, the swaying rhythm of cumbia, and the modern pulse of reggaeton are the ubiquitous soundtrack to everyday life, spilling from homes, cars, and corner stores. This cultural pride culminates in the country's many festivals. The annual Carnival is a nationwide celebration of music, parades, and joyous revelry. But it is in festivals that celebrate local traditions, like the Festival of the Black Christ in Portobello or the National Polera Festival in Las Tablas, that the heart of Panamanian identity is most vividly expressed. The polera, a stunning, hand-stitched national dress that can take over a year to complete, is more than just a costume. It is a masterpiece of artisanal skill and a symbol of immense national pride, worn with a grace and reverence that connects the present to the past. It is in these moments of collective celebration that the diverse threads of Panama's history are woven together into a single, vibrant tapestry. The Panamanian economy is, and has always been, defined by its geography. The Panama Canal is the nation's economic heart, a marvel of engineering that serves as a vital artery for international trade. The daily transit of ships from around the globe, carrying everything from cars to grain to natural gas, is a constant, visible reminder of the country's strategic importance. The canal and its related activities, including shipping, logistics, and port management, form the undisputed backbone of the national economy. The Colon Free Trade Zone, at the Caribbean entrance to the canal, is one of the largest in the world, a bustling hub of commerce that draws merchants from across Latin America. This historic role as a global transportation hub has fueled the growth of Panama City into a major international banking and finance center. Its gleaming skyline, often compared to that of Miami or Dubai, is a testament to a modern, service-based economy. However, beyond the canal and the capital, the economic landscape is far more diverse. Tourism is a major and growing sector, attracting visitors to the country's pristine beaches, lush rainforests, and rich cultural heritage. In coastal areas like the Pearl Islands and Bocas del Toro, life revolves around providing services for travelers, from family-run eco-lodges to world-class diving excursions. Agriculture remains a vital part of the economy and a traditional way of life in the country's interior. The fertile volcanic soil of the Chiriquí Highlands produces some of the world's most prized and expensive coffee, along with flowers, fruits, and vegetables that supply the nation. In other regions, vast plantations grow bananas and sugarcane for export. For a great many Panamanians, work is found in small, family-owned businesses: the local restaurant, the corner store, the mechanic's shop. These enterprises are the lifeblood of local communities, reflecting a culture of resilience and entrepreneurship. And along the thousands of miles of coastline, fishing remains a fundamental way of life, providing sustenance and income for countless small communities, their daily rhythms still tied to the timeless and dependable pull of the tides. Panamanian food is a direct and flavorful reflection of its cultural melting pot. Simple, hearty, and deeply connected to the land and the two oceans that embrace it. The cuisine is built on a foundation of fresh, local ingredients, with recipes passed down through generations that blend indigenous, Spanish, and Afro-Caribbean techniques into something uniquely Panamanian. The cornerstones of the diet are rice, beans, and plantains. A plate of arroz con pollo, a savory chicken and rice dish seasoned with cilantro and vegetables, is a beloved comfort food. Arroz con guandu, rice with pigeon peas cooked in rich coconut milk, is a festive staple, its aroma synonymous with holidays and family gatherings. Seafood is naturally abundant and fresh. Ceviche, raw fish cured in bright lime juice with onions and cilantro, is a refreshing coastal classic, while a whole fried fish or pescado frito is a simple, cherished delicacy. The national dish is sancocho, a hearty chicken and root vegetable stew, a comforting, nourishing soup that is said to cure all ailments, from a common cold to a broken heart. Plantains are a versatile staple, prepared in countless ways. Fried green plantains, smashed and refried into crispy discs called patacones, are the perfect, ubiquitous accompaniment to almost any meal. Sweet, ripe plantains, or maduros, are fried to a soft, caramelized perfection. Home cooking is the soul of the food culture. The secret to many dishes is a flavorful base of herbs and vegetables, and recipes are often taught not by written measurements, but by feel, by taste, and by watching the hands of elders. The culture of the fonda, a small, unassuming local eatery, is central to daily life. These family-run establishments serve simple, delicious, and affordable meals, offering an authentic taste of the country far from the tourist centers. Street food is also an essential part of the culinary landscape, with vendors selling everything from grilled meats to corn-based fritters. But the truest expression of Panamanian food culture is the shared family meal. A Sunday gathering, often featuring a slow roasted pork or a large pot of sancocho, is a cherished ritual. It is a time for connection, for storytelling, and for reinforcing the bonds of family over plates of food made with patience and with love. To truly understand life in Panama is to understand its intimate relationship with nature. The landscape is not a passive backdrop. It is an active, powerful force that shapes daily life, culture, and the national identity. For a country so small, its biodiversity is staggering. It is a place where jaguars still roam in the dense jungles of the Darien region, and where hundreds of species of birds, mammals, and amphibians thrive in a stunning variety of ecosystems. It is a true biodiversity hotspot, a living laboratory created by the historic connection of two continents. The country is a haven for nature lovers. Its national parks protect vast swaths of tropical rainforest, high-altitude cloud forest, and fragile marine ecosystems. Hiking through these lush environments is a way to connect with the profound wildness of the isthmus, to hear the distinctive call of the toucan and the rustle of monkeys in the canopy. The tropical climate dictates an outdoor lifestyle. Life is lived in the open air, on porches and in plazas, in the shade of a mango tree. The constant warmth and the distinct rhythm of the rainy and dry seasons govern everything from farming to daily routines and social calendars. For many, life is lived by the sea. With both Caribbean and Pacific coastlines, the ocean is a constant, awe-inspiring presence. The beaches are the nation's public parks, the destination for weekend family gatherings and quiet contemplation. The culture of fishing, surfing, and simply being by the water is deeply ingrained. The San Blas Islands, an archipelago of nearly 400 islands, offer a vision of paradise, with palm-fringed shores and coral reefs teeming with life. Here, the indigenous Guna people live in a way that is deeply intertwined with the sea, a relationship of respect and sustenance that has endured for centuries. This deep, daily connection to the natural world, from the misty highlands to the sun-drenched coasts, fosters a profound appreciation for the wild, untamed, and utterly magnificent beauty of the land. For a nation defined by its role as a global crossroads, transportation and modern infrastructure are central to its identity. The Panama Canal is the most prominent example, a testament to the country's ability to connect the world. On land, the Pan-American Highway serves as the nation's spine, linking the capital with the provinces and the rest of Central America. In Panama City, a modern and efficient metro system has transformed urban commuting, a clean and gleaming symbol of the country's rapid development. It exists alongside the older, more chaotic system of buses. The iconic Diablos Rojos, or Red Devils, colorfully painted and customized former American school buses, were once the undisputed kings of the road. Though largely phased out in favor of a modern bus network, they remain a beloved and nostalgic symbol of the city's vibrant street culture, each one a unique work of folk art on wheels. Away from the capital, life moves at a different pace. In the vast archipelagos of San Blas and Bocas del Toro, the primary mode of transport is the lancha, or small motorboat, which serves as the local bus, taxi, and delivery truck, connecting communities separated by water. These journeys are a beautiful and constant reminder of the maritime nature of life in the coastal regions. This blend of the hyper-modern and the traditional is a defining paradox of Panamanian life. It is entirely possible to work in a state-of-the-art skyscraper with fiber-optic internet, and then drive a short distance to a rural community where life continues in much the same way it has for generations. This unique balance allows Panamanians to participate in a globalized world while remaining deeply connected to their local roots and traditions. For the young people of Panama, life is a unique navigation between a deep love for their island home and the powerful pull of a globalized world. Education is a high priority, with a network of public and private schools and several major universities that serve as hubs of innovation and debate. The curriculum often seeks to instill a strong sense of national identity, ensuring that the country's unique history and culture are passed down to the next generation. Given Panama's strategic location, many young people see their future in fields connected to its role as a crossroads. They pursue careers in international trade, logistics, finance, and tourism, sectors that offer opportunities for growth and connection to the wider world. This generation is globally aware, connected through technology, and ambitious. They are entrepreneurs, starting new businesses that often blend tradition with modernity, artists creating a new Panamanian aesthetic, and activists working to address the nation's pressing social and environmental challenges. This ambition often exists alongside a deep respect for tradition and an unbreakable connection to family. It is common for young professionals who work in the city to return to their family homes in the interior or countryside on weekends. This regular migration reinforces the powerful bonds of family and community. The great challenge for Panama is to create enough diverse and rewarding opportunities to keep its talented young population at home. It is a continuous balancing act, fostering the innovation and economic growth necessary to build a sustainable future while preserving the unique cultural values and quality of life that make people want to stay. The rhythm of day and night in Panama is a study in beautiful contrasts, a shift from focused work to communal relaxation. The daytime is driven by the intense tropical sun and the demands of commerce. The energy is outward-focused. The markets are bustling with a cacophony of sounds and smells. The canal is a hive of constant methodical activity, and the city's offices are filled with the hum of a global economy at work. It is a time for productivity, for making a living, for tending to the responsibilities of a nation at the center of world trade. As the sun sets, painting the sky in brilliant tropical hues, a profound and palpable shift occurs. The fierce heat of the day softens into a warm, breezy evening. Life turns inward, toward family, friends, and community. The workday ends, and the social day begins. People return to their neighborhoods, and the streets come alive in a different way. Neighbors gather on their porches to chat. Children play in the last light of day, and the air fills with the sounds of conversation and the aroma of evening meals being prepared. The evening is for connection. It is a time for the large family dinners that anchor the week, or for gathering at a local cafe or restaurant. In historic districts like Casco Viejo, the plazas and cobblestone streets fill with people enjoying the cool night air, the sound of live music drifting from open doorways. This is not a culture of quiet, isolated evenings. It is a culture of shared experience, where the end of the day is an invitation to come together, to relax, and to enjoy the simple, profound pleasure of community under a canopy of stars. Life in this tropical crossroads is not without its significant and persistent challenges. The rapid economic growth that has transformed Panama City has also created stark inequalities. The gleaming towers of the financial district often stand in sharp contrast to impoverished neighborhoods just a short distance away. This income disparity and the unequal access to opportunities it represents is one of the most pressing issues facing the nation. The very growth that signals progress has brought its own set of problems. Traffic congestion in the capital can be overwhelming, a daily frustration for hundreds of thousands of commuters. The relentless pace of urban development puts immense pressure on the country's infrastructure and, most critically, on its invaluable natural environment. Protecting Panama's incredible biodiversity from deforestation and pollution is an ongoing battle, a delicate and crucial task of balancing economic needs with the preservation of the natural heritage that defines the nation. In rural areas, communities can feel left behind by the progress centered in the capital, with limited access to economic opportunities and essential services. And like many nations, Panama grapples with the complex challenge of how to preserve its unique cultural identity in an age of overwhelming globalization. These are not abstract problems. They are the vital questions that the Panamanian people contend with every day, with resilience, pragmatism, and a deep sense of shared destiny. So why do people choose to stay? In a world of seemingly limitless options, what is the powerful force that anchors people to this narrow isthmus? The answers are as varied as the individuals themselves, but they often circle back to the same fundamental themes. They stay for the profound, unbreakable bonds of family, for the feeling of belonging to a community where people genuinely know and care for one another, where one is never truly alone. They stay for the culture, for the pride in their unique, multifaceted identity, and for a way of life that is rich with music, flavor, and a human warmth that is palpable. They stay for the unparalleled access to nature, for the simple freedom to escape to the mountains or the sea, to live in a place of constant, vibrant, natural beauty. In a world that often feels disconnected and homogenized, Panama offers a powerful and distinct sense of place. And above all, they stay for the unique connection to home, for the feeling of living at the crossroads of the world. It is a connection that is forged in the shared history of the nation, in the rhythm of two oceans, and in the collective experience of living in a place that is both deeply Panamanian and profoundly international. It is the feeling of having roots that run deep in a land that was destined to connect the world. Panama exists in a delicate, dynamic, and constantly negotiated balance between its storied past and its ambitious future, between the untamed wildness of nature and the engineered marvels of modernity, between its cherished local traditions and its essential role on the global stage. It is a place shaped by water, by movement, and by a quiet, enduring spirit of welcome. Here, life is measured not just by the passage of ships through its canal, but in the steady rhythm of the seasons, in the warmth of a family gathering, in the beat of a familiar song, and in the simple, profound beauty of the everyday. It is a living testament to the idea that in a world of endless connections, the most important ones are those to family, to culture, and to the unique and vibrant place called home.